you have any questions?
I think I have a straightforward question here. This is the same data we got in the 120-page report, it just allows us to filter it there.
Kind of,
Okay.
So yes, it's the same data set, but it's filtered.
It's filtered a little bit further, right? So when you see the dashboard page, it's the same number of pages answering all those questions on the page. So that's going to reduce the N a little bit, right? So it's a balance, right? It's a balance of we wanted to. The idea behind this is so you can connect the data to tell a story, as they said. But this allows you to do that. And the other issue is, as they alluded to, is you want to complete all the questions in the survey. We do have some questions that are not mandatory, like the budget questions, which actually are the things we really want to see, right? So our pitch to you is please complete the survey if you haven't, but if you are completing it, fill it out as much as you can, right? Yeah.
I'm wondering if, even anecdotally, you know which pages might be most effective or most used, not by people running EMBA programs, but by other people at the university. So I'm thinking about like the network and hierarchy of decision makers at my university. And I'm wondering if some of these pages, and I'm sure it's just going to be tuition at this point, but outside of that, if there are some that you know are more popular with people outside an EMBAC program at a university or not.
So we don't. So we know how many users come and hit the page, but we don't know
Yeah.
anything about the user, right? As a matter of fact, there are some schools that have lots of users, and there's some that don't. We don't have insight into what their title, the role
No?
is. So
Okay.
we're just happy to know that they're hitting the page.
Totally. I'm just trying to think about, yeah.
And the other cool thing about this, by the way, this is Power BI. So you can download, you can have this on your iPad or your tablet. If you go into a leadership meeting and they're asking you, you can pull it right up, right? So, and the reason I asked the question earlier about support, and I forgot to mention this earlier, is on the very first page of the dashboard, there's a link to the frequently asked questions, and we're constantly adding to that. This is a brand new tool, so we're building that infrastructure, but there's also a support link, right? So if you have questions about anything, whether it's the program survey questionnaire, you want to add a question or delete one, look at something a little bit differently, you want access to the dashboard, it's there for you. So, and we invite you to ask us questions because that helps us build this and make it evolve. Right?
Right, I
Yeah.
think, so what I'm using to share, you know, the tool with the rest of the school is that at the very beginning when you shared about the dashboard, I think it was Jerry who sent an email saying, okay, why didn't I receive my invite to the EMBAC dashboard? And it's kind of a Wikipedia on the step-by-step. Step one, step two. So I just got that link into my, notes, and this is what I share with the people at the school, and they start from the very beginning. Okay, this is how we do it, and you have the different steps defined there. And if you need something, you can ask for help here. So it's like that's a super useful page, other than explaining the whole thing, etc. So that's what I'm using. Sure.
So, as I said, this is fairly new, and our goal this year is to start adding some video about how to use different perspectives on different pages, but that's coming. So, this is still kind of a trial for us, and the big thing for us to continue this long term is to have people actually using it, right? And we realize technology takes time to adopt. Put it into your, it's hard to put it into the thousands of things that you do, but it's one of those things, if you learn what's in it, you can access it and give you the information you need at that time.
Any other questions?
What other question? Yeah, Brad.
So can we still buy the peer group of schools?
Yeah,
You
great
want to
question.
explain the difference between what that is and what this is?
Yes, thanks, Brad. So, actually, there was another slide.
That's coming.
Yep. Thanks, Brad. So again, this is seen as a complement to those full reports. Can you go a little bit further? One more. Yeah. So by completing the survey, you have access to these reports that are available for purchase. You can see your region for the last 5 years for every data point. You can see your cost band. You can order a peer report. You can select a custom set of peers. It has to be 5 schools or more, so we can protect data confidentiality. And again, these reports will come out before the dashboard. We plan to get these out before the end of the year. And they're bundled now. So we started offering an executive summary with every one of these reports. So the reports themselves are about 100 pages because it's so much data, but the executive summary is about 10 pages to give you some high-level infographics and some commentary that you can share with your senior leadership.
But they're not the dashboard.
But they're not the dashboard.
Anything else?
So who's going to go back and say, I really want to get in and dig into this data? Right? Awesome. So, yeah.
Is there no link from the EMBAC's website to this data?
No, because only those programs that completed the survey can have access.
So the firewall isn't at the, okay, keep going.
Yeah, great question. Basically, if you have access, we will send you an email. And by the way, you can use that support link if you don't have that email anymore. But so there is a unique link for each dashboard, and that's going to be sent directly to the user, and that's why it's not on the website. Right? And again, you can have 10 users, 100 users for your school, and each one of them will have that link. Great question.
Brian, can you tell us the cost of these reports?
Yes. Do you remember?
Yeah, regional report executive, that is $1,250.
That's for the bundles.
$1,250.
So
Yeah,
$1,250
for the bundles.
bundle. I think it's pretty much the same.
Yeah, they're all
Yeah, so
$1,250.
$1,250 for the bundle. So if you wanted the peer report, you get the exec summary and a full large report for $1,250.
Standard report executive summary is $700.
Yeah. Is there anybody that is getting these reports and would like to share how they're using them? How you're using this data? I see a lot of hands raised. Right. But one of our concerns has been, because we know you're really busy and it's a lot of data. That's why we started doing the executive summaries. We don't want it to be something where you go, oh, this is interesting, and put the report down. We hope that it's something that you realize that resource is there. And you can always reach out to us if you want to know, hey, is that data in your report? We will help you find it.
Yeah.
Any other questions about the survey itself? Oh, we forgot to mention, Jeffrey, we reduced the survey by about 29% this year.
Mhm.
So we tried to make a concerted effort to make it a little bit easier to complete. And we have very lively debate on whether or not we should add questions each year, right? And we begin that process in the research committee in the January timeframe. So if you have some ideas as you're going through the report that generate some ideas of things you would like to see different, please let us know. Any other questions? Have we overwhelmed you with data?
Well, what you do is, no, seriously, we really do want feedback, because this is driven by the membership, because the reports are great, but it does, I mean, you heard it, time, it takes a lot of time to go through this stuff. So we're trying to make their lives easier, but no, it's not 100% of the data. Sir? No, go.
Yeah. Okay, don't get offended. So thinking about those report bundles there and the dashboard.
Yeah.
So what Daniela was saying is how she uses it, etc. Would it not be more efficient to just purchase, say, a peer report, executive summary, than to be spending hours and hours on the dashboard?
They answer two different things, right? So it depends, right? So the report is going to show you all the metrics of the survey, right? So it's going to have everything, but it's static, right? You won't be able to filter like the dashboard and say, hey, I want to look at 45,000 and 60,000 as
You've done the peer. Is it you pick 5 schools?
5 or more. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you've picked 5 schools, pretty segmented.
True. Yeah, that is it. Yeah. So yeah, your custom peers will be
directly related to whatever you just selected. Yeah. Yeah. But again, the dashboard's for free, right? And if you participate in the survey, you get the standard report, right? But yeah, so again, it's seen as a complement to those.
But on the dashboard, you wouldn't be able to put the school.
No.
Correct.
No.
Exactly.
Maybe both.
Well, again, we want to be really careful not to allow you to be able to determine what one program said versus the other. Yeah.
Yeah, we're trying to promote everybody using this, filling out the survey, so. Any other questions? I'm conscious of time. In the back, yes.
So I just want to ask if, maybe I should know this, so apologies. Notice they plan to produce the same for the specialized masters in the long run?
Good question. So the question is to do this for specialized master's executive degrees, right?
Yeah.
So that's going to be an ongoing discussion. First, we need to have a critical mass of executive programs joining the membership and completing the survey. So we will not set them aside until we have enough. We'll probably have a generalized category for that. Right now, we actually have non-EMBA programs in our data set, and those are in the standard report. That's not in the dashboard. But yes, once we start getting more programs, and we got to determine how many that would be, probably about 20 programs at least, that we would at least have some kind of directional metric, and as more come on, then we can segment down like this. But because those are a different set of programs, we will want to keep them separated in some ways, so they would be a different segment in the report. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, that's thinking. I mean, there are many schools that already do offer alternative, like specialized masters. I'm just thinking that maybe we should think about how you line that at the same time. But, sorry, my brain's
No, that's great. And I was talking to someone the other day who said, in that space, there is no data. Right? So if we can just encourage more programs to join and complete the program survey, we would definitely do that. And I'll also say, Jerry and I will be at a table over here, so if you have questions about the dashboard or if you've used it, want to know how to interpret some data or the reports themselves, please come talk to us.